Yeah, breaking news for you now, and it's official confirmation from Manchester United.
Manchester United have officially sacked manager Rúben Amorim, a decision triggered by their shocking 1-0 defeat at Old Trafford to Everton, a result that has sent waves of frustration and disappointment across the fan base and intensified scrutiny on nearly every figure connected to the club. What should have been a routine home match ended in an unexpected collapse, and for the board, it became the final straw in a season already overflowing with inconsistency and confusion. The atmosphere at Old Trafford was tense from the very beginning. United started the game slowly, lacking urgency and clarity in attack. The fans expected a reaction after several underwhelming performances, but instead the team looked disjointed and flat. Everton, fighting near the bottom of the table, arrived with discipline and hunger, and they capitalized on United's lack of identity. In the second half, the visitors scored the only goal of the match, a moment that silenced the entire stadium and sparked a wave of boos from the home supporters. When the final whistle blew, the mood inside Old Trafford was one of disbelief. Supporters remained in their seats, some shaking their heads, others chanting in frustration. For many, it wasn't just about the result, it was about what the performance represented: a team without direction, confidence, or inspiration. That feeling quickly made its way to the boardroom. Within hours, Manchester United released a statement confirming the immediate dismissal of Rúben Amorim. The club thanked him for his efforts and professionalism, but stressed the need for a new direction and an urgent reset to salvage what's left of the season. Behind the formal wording, it was clear, the club had lost confidence in the project, and this defeat at home, against a struggling Everton side, made the situation impossible to ignore. Amorim arrived at Manchester United with big expectations and immense promise. Fresh off a successful spell at Sporting CP, he was seen as the modern, forward-thinking manager who could rebuild the club's identity and bring back their attacking and disciplined style. His strong reputation for developing young talents and implementing structured tactical systems excited many fans who believed he could be the long-term solution. But the Premier League, especially at a club like Manchester United, is unforgiving. The pressure is constant. Every mistake is magnified. Every match feels like a final. Under Amorim, the team had flashes of progress, but these were overshadowed by long stretches of stagnation and tactical uncertainty. United struggled to maintain consistency, often switching formations, experimenting with systems, and failing to find stability in defense or attack. Reports from inside the dressing room suggested that not all players fully adapted to Amorim's methods. Some senior players were said to be uncomfortable with certain tactical demands, while others privately questioned the lack of adjustments during difficult moments in matches. Training sessions were described as intense, but the progress on the pitch simply wasn't visible. Over time, frustration grew quietly at first, then increasingly noticeable through body language, interviews, and performances. The loss to Everton exposed every problem in one night. United lacked creativity, discipline, defensive structure, and leadership. The midfield struggled to control the game, the attack was predictable, and the defense looked vulnerable even against one of the league's weakest defensive sides. Everton grew more confident with every minute, while United fell deeper into confusion. For the board, the decision was painful but necessary. They know the stakes: Champions League qualification, financial expectations, sponsorship pressures, and the club's global reputation all hang in the balance. The longer United drifted, the harder the season would be to salvage. Removing Amorim was a decisive attempt to stop the downward spiral before it became irreversible. Fans, meanwhile, are torn. Some believe the manager should have been given more time in a long-term project, arguing that constant managerial changes are part of United's deeper problems. Others feel the performances simply were not improving and that Amorim never fully adapted to the pace and physicality of the Premier League. But one thing nearly all fans agree on: Manchester United as a club is desperately lacking true identity and direction. The question now is, what comes next? For the moment, United are expected to appoint an interim manager while they search for a permanent replacement. Several names are already being mentioned: experienced Premier League coaches, ambitious European managers, and even former club legends. The board has made it clear that the next appointment must not be another short-term fix, but rather someone capable of bringing stability, discipline, and a clear football philosophy. Whoever takes over faces massive challenges: rebuilding confidence in the dressing room, establishing tactical clarity, connecting with frustrated supporters, and most importantly, returning Manchester United to competitive form. The pressure will be enormous, but so will the opportunity, because restoring United to glory remains one of the biggest managerial challenges in world football. As for Rúben Amorim, his future remains bright despite the setback. He is still regarded as one of Europe's most promising young coaches, and many clubs will undoubtedly show interest. The Premier League may simply have arrived at the wrong time for him, or United's internal issues may have been too complex for any manager to fix in such a short period. Still, the dismissal marks yet another chapter in Manchester United's decade-long struggle to find consistency. Since Sir Alex Ferguson's departure, the club has cycled through managers with different philosophies, styles, and personalities, yet the same problems continue to resurface. Fans are now asking hard questions: is the problem really the managers, or is it deeper than that? The 1-0 loss at Old Trafford wasn't just a defeat. It was a symbol of everything wrong at the club.